Making bespoke panelling can be very, very expensive and very, very time consuming. But we're lucky in some ways in France because there are lots and lots of old panelled doors in various places. We took a trip to the reclamation yard where we picked up a couple of old doors that are relatively the same. They're not perfect, but they will work for our purposes. Now my job today is to take off all the hardware off of these doors and give them a good sanding and clean up, so then Lisa can work her magic and turn them into something beautiful that we can put in the Templar suite. So the first job we got to do is try and get this lock off, and it's got 1,000 years of paint on it. It really just trying to work. Trying to take these off. Scratch it out. Just do it roughly, but I love. I don't know if I get the love space. I know this, but this is how you try to get it. That came off easy enough, not too bad. I'm not going to get rid of that because you never know when that could be useful. It's not a lock, it's just a catch, but with a bit of cleaning up that could be useful for something. One of the old barn doors or something like that, I'm not sure. But we'll keep that. So all the hardware's off, all the metal's off. I think we're metal free. What I thought I was going to do with this door, I'm no longer going to do with this door. Because as you ladies in the audience will know, Lisa has invoked her prerogative as a woman to change her mind. And what I thought was going to be a relatively straightforward, easy job for me, stripping this back so she could do her number on it, now she tells me that she would like it burned and stained. So it's a lot more work than we first anticipated, which means that I've got to get every single little bit of paint off of this, because if you burn it with a bit of paint on it, it's going to catch fire, and that ain't great. One bonus, it's a really beautiful day today, so I think we'll take this messy old job outside and do it out there.
So this is two different types of wood.
Yeah, this is oak on the outside and pine in the gap. It is what it is, a bespoke made door. So somebody has made this specifically for an area. I would love to have the other one. The other one isn't quite the same. There's differences in it. They are definitely not a pair.
Yeah.
Whether they were utilised as a pair, they're slightly different sizes, so I doubt it. What I did find when I uncovered this is it was written on here 225 times 77. Subsequently, I've sanded it off, but it's not, it wasn't a great discovery like King Louis XIV was here or something like that. It wasn't anything that I went, oh my God, look at this. Quickly call the History Society. Because I found that, like an old Terry down at the reclamation yard, he would have found it.
Yeah.
He would have known.
Yeah.
And that door wouldn't have been 40 euros. It'd have probably been more like 400. But no, it wasn't anything. But it was, what I liked about it is the fact that there was a craftsman who made this, and he wrote on there, whether this was made in a joinery shop or whether it's an individual, whether it's in a factory, it's still a bespoke door. And somebody's written on there, that's it, that's the customer. The customer's requirements are on there. So that, to me, gives it provenance, gives it history, gives it something that I love. And I know it was made abroad because of the way that the numbers were written. It's definitely written in a very, very French way.
Just make a point as well, because I know that a lot of people are going to say about the fact that you could, for panelling, you could just make faux panelling, which a lot of people do.
I want to address that, but you make.
So, well, my point on that is that I think the faux panelling actually looks really good. I've seen some of the other channels that do it, and I think it really does look good. However, you're still using new wood that you're buying from a chopped down tree. Now, this door has been about for a very long time. It has been used as a door. It has then gone to the reclamation yard and will probably sit there for years to come until it decays and has nothing done with it. If we can reuse it rather than chopping any more trees down and reuse as much furniture as we possibly can, not only is it saving our trees, but it's also saving the fact that this stuff is dry. This stuff is dry. It's been a piece of furniture. It knows it's a piece of furniture. It will go on the wall as it is.
Yeah, and she's absolutely right, 100%. This is, beautiful wood in the fact that if it wasn't being used as a door, you know me, it would be used as something else. These might be bed rails. These might be whatever. There might be wardrobe. This particular thing I've now got. I know there's a piece of furniture that needs to go in apartment 4, and I'm thinking, maybe another trip down to the reclamation yard for another couple of these to make that piece of furniture. Because when you discover this, and all I need to do is go down there with a blade of somewhere and just scratch a bit of paint off and know whether it's oak and know whether it's softwood. It really doesn't matter, but like Lisa said, it's bone dry. It's been what it is for a long time. It doesn't want to go back to being a tree, which a lot of the wood in France does want to do that. So that is really, really useful. And it's just the fact, again, sustainability. It's already been cut down, fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to put it. We have to utilise what we've got to make our lives better and more practical. So this has been done, but why don't we reuse this instead of getting brand new cut down wood and creating something else? I just want to make a point that yes, we've said about paneling can be expensive and can be time consuming. This is pretty time consuming, but like all of the work we do at Momenia, it's a passion of ours. It's something we enjoy doing. It's upcycling. Every single thing we do ups our skills, and that's the important thing. I just want to mention the lads at Chateau de Relais who did their panelling round, like similar faux panelling, but they did such a lovely job.
fair play to you guys. Really, really excellent. It's not the look we wanted. It's absolutely brilliant for your place. It's wonderful. For our place, it wasn't what we wanted, and because we'd set a precedent in the Chambre d'Armes, it was natural that we went down this road. And yeah, I'm happy to put in the hours, put in the work, and create something beautiful.
So, save air forests, go out to the reclamation yard. Right, shall I leave you to it, baby?
Yeah, I'm here for quite some time.
All right.
Stand in the way.
Come back later, see how you're doing.
So I just tried a little burn to see what it's like on the oak, because it doesn't really, it's not the thing you do on the oak, and it won't raise the grain like it does on the softwood. The real reason for doing it is just to darken it down so it's all a relatively even colour. So when we put our top coat on, which will be our ubiquitous wenge stain, it should be round about the same colour. That's the idea. But what we do is we'll burn the whole lot, then we'll do our brushing back and see where we are there. Right, so we've finished the burning on the panels, on the doors, and you know, I'm not terribly happy because it's still got lots of little bits of paint, and it's really quite difficult to do that. So it's taken me a couple of days to do these two doors, because this is the look that we require. We're going to put a dark stain, our dark stain that we like, on there, because that's the look we're after. If you were doing this and you just wanted a flat door with the mouldings and all that sort of thing, a flat piece of panelling that you were going to paint, then obviously you don't have to go to these extremes. You know, there are several different ways you could look at. You could have just a plain painted surface, a distressed look like Lisa's done before in our piggeries, which is beautiful, and I love that. But for this particular room, it demands the dark panelling, so you have to put in a bit more work. Next step is to coat this with our stain that we like, and then we're going to offer them up and see if they fit. So doors all painted up. One coat, I think one coat will do it. got to check with the governor, make sure they're all right. But I think they look pretty spectacular. Let's get them on the wall, shall we?
Are you all done, baby?
I am. I think it's all done.
Wow.
We're all finished.
That looks amazing.
I'm quite happy with it. The doors, God, there was a lot of work. It was a lot more work than I thought it would be.
But when you think from what that looked like when we picked them up from the reclamation yard,
Yeah, they were in a pretty poor state.
they look brilliant.
Yeah, good. And you know, bespoke baseboard, bespoke skirting board, Carston, my old mate.
A little ledge.
Little shelf. Ledge. Please. Ledge. How dare you? That's a little shelf. So it is just
Brilliant.
good. I'm happy.
So, from €80 at the reclamation yard to on the wall in a couple of days. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I
think it goes fabulous with the colour that Lisa has finally settled on.
I have. Anyway, don't forget, if you want to see the full transformation of this room and the entire chateau, pop over to the Chateau channel. It is Chateau de Montmagny. The link is in the description. And we'll see you all again next week when Ted is trying to curve wood.
Yep. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the workshop at the old Relais. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Take care.